How's it going, guys? So got another Meteor hammer tutorial out here for you on this beautiful later fall evening as of the time of this recording. So it's going to be for the movement that you just saw, which is just a mirrored version of the classic Manacle Wrap, also called Wu Song Escapes Handcuffs, which I'll show here just to put into perspective what it is that we're mirroring. So the regular version is going to look something like this. I've done a tutorial for exactly that some years back, which you'll find in my tutorials playlist, specifically for traditional moves, so definitely check that out. If you don't already have that technique, it's a good bread and butter technique just to have and play with. So yeah, check that out. It'll help me out a lot, and hopefully it helps you. And so yeah, let's get into what's mirrored about this. So with that version of the technique, we're here in the wrap, right? We started by casting under the lead arm, and we're launching it from the lead hand and going this way when we do it. With this version, we're starting with a wrap under the anchor arm, then it wraps the lead hand second, or the lead arm, and back into the anchor hand, and we're going to launch it the exact opposite way. So that's all it is. We're just inverting the order of the wraps. So that's what's going on here. Now I like to start this with a cast behind the body and get my arm wrap that way, but you can launch under the anchor arm any way you can. I just find that a lot of times it can kind of create friction, and going behind the body is just a nice way to ensure a friction-free, nice snug loop. But you can do it any way that you want to. This is not fixed by any means. I like behind the body because, again, less friction, less chance for the rope to snag on either clothes or skin, and just something different. I like that too, something a little different than the traditional one. So check that out in slow motion. What I'm doing is I'm casting out exactly the same way I would for a scorpion wrap, letting it go behind the body, but I'm sticking my arm out, bypassing my body, and just catching the rope on the arm. So here we go. Just like that. Just like that, I have a nice, snug loop. Now, from here, you could do anything you want. So this is one of those points when you can be creative and do your own thing within this part of the sequence. I just like the good old classic elbow turns, which is the next part here, just because it's nice and simple and retains that traditional kind of feel to it. So we've got that arm wrap. We're going to step the lead foot forward and go into our elbow spins. And on the second one, step the anchor foot forward. And that's the next part of the sequence. So let's get back here, step the lead foot forward for the elbow spins on the second one. Bring the anchor foot forward. Now the lead foot's back again. We're going to do the next part, which is just an old hook behind and cast out. So as I hook behind, I'm going to clear that lead leg and step out into bow stance as I cast it out. And as I cast it out in this bow stance, I'm going to let go of this slack, still keeping the arm wrap, but just letting go of the loop part. And then all it has to do after that cast is come naturally back up into the anchor hand, which I like to do in a palm down grip, just because it's kind of coming under and up. It wants to just catch right up in there like that. So let's get into that again. We're going to step the lead foot forward, elbow spin, 2. Now we're going to step the anchor leg forward, clear that leg, and allow it to come back into the anchor hand. So let's do it the other way. Here, 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 and here. Straight back up into the anchor hand. Stall with my leg coming up. Then we're just going to do the same jumping reversal that we do with the traditional version. Just the other way. Now, you can do either of these versions, traditional or the inverted one, either way. It's not uncommon at all to see the traditional one go this way, for example. So, definitely do so at your own discretion. Nothing about this is fixed, because I always want to encourage people to take it and make it their own, because that's how I came to this. So we get this arm wrap, 1, 2 elbow spins, lift, clear that leg, bow stance, back up into the anchor hand, and just jump, reverse, launch it out with some nice power, get some martial intent on that sucker. So that's the way this is done. But once again, get creative with it. From this arm wrap, you have a good opportunity to do literally anything your heart desires into the rest of the sequence. The sky's the limit. Like with any of these techniques, it's very fun to take these traditional techniques from these old school videos and invert them and do creative things with them. So that's all this is. I've inverted lots of other techniques. One other one I've done a tutorial for is the Overlord. No different than your regular Overlord, just inverted, so check that out as well. It's another fun technique. Yeah, I guess that's all. Pretty simple stuff. There's nothing super complicated about this. Helps to be able to do the traditional version first, so I recommend that if you haven't already. So that's all. Hopefully that was enjoyable to watch, and you have a new technique to play with, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.